Hi again, everyone. I'm olliemathews. This is Societal Narcissism. This video is sponsored by contribution from Alexander. And Alexander writes, Dear Ollie, I'm a huge fan. Please do a video of the far left cluster Bs exploding over Alpha Trump winning. Being I was almost killed by my cluster B personality disordered breeder she-devil, me getting that much would make my day. So, what I do have here for you is, because I do plan to do a long video, a real long video on a lot of these mental breakdowns. But what caught my eye in your message was, the cluster B personality disordered she-devil mother, which I'm assuming probably a boomer. And I know a lot of you, and I'm sorry for my boomer fans. I know again, not all boomers, but when we're talking about boomers, the boomer we are about to give, and we are about to give a full scope to is who we're talking about. And I know the rest of you are Jones, as you always do. You Jones for these boomer videos. And I know you're Jonesing for one of these. And boy, have I found the perfect target. So, with that being said, as I was, compiling videos of leftist breakdowns on Twitter X, I came across this one here. So, came across this fine lady here, goes by the TikTok bomb ass boomer. Ick. Bomb ass boomer. What a TikTok. Tells you everything. You know what I mean? If that doesn't tell you everything right there. And this is the first video I found of her.
So here's a problem that I have dealing with my Maga Sons.
Talking about her sons. Her Maga Sons. And again, get a good look, behind her. The $1,000 shutters, the designer scarf, the ridiculous man glad. Like, when you see a woman wearing these because that's what they are. They're man nerd glasses from the 70s and 80s. It's almost like they're taunting you with it. They're taunting you with it. You look absurd. And I'm sure you guys know, I'm sure the women who choose to put these on know that. In case there's any of you out there who don't actually realize, you look absurd. You look preposterous. It's preposterous.
They get very, very offended if I say that I think that they are ignorant to some things.
Oh my God, they don't just take my word as gospel. They don't just take my boomer word as gospel. Nah, honey, sorry. I know you don't like being pushed back upon, much like Diane. This woman reminds me a lot of Diane. She got a lot of Diane in her. They can't handle being pushed back against.
Because of their support for this rapist and felon.
You want to go on the word of Eugene Carol? Go ahead, because that's about to be thrown out too. The amount of evidence that was suppressed, the timeline. Are you aware that her entire story is an episode of Law & Order SVU, honey? Are you aware of that? That was suppressed from evidence, that wasn't allowed to be put into evidence? that her favorite show, mind you, Law and Order SVU, her entire story of what happened with Trump is an exact episode of that. The dress she claims to be wearing, the Donna Karen dress that she claimed to be wearing, wasn't even made in the time period where she says it happened. We're supposed to forget what she went on Anderson Cooper and said about the R word. I think most women think the R word is sexy. Boy, did she let the cat out of the bag there. Boy, did she let the cat out of the bag there. Because like I said, I think that is the beginning result of the spit on your grave fantasy that a lot of these women who are so obsessed with abortion are having. But that's how lawfare works. You find a rigged city and a rigged jury and a corrupt judge, and they can just use the talking point. The 34 felonies, the bookkeeping, it's not even a bookkeeping error. They just don't like how it was logged for doing something, paying off a nuisance, which isn't a crime. Only because they said it was during an election, it's a crime, even though everybody knew it was happening when it was happening. So what exactly are you covering up? It's just shut up and go away. They charged the same thing 34 times. Oh, gee. And now even today, the judge delayed that for another week because they screwed up. Doesn't matter that the judge's daughter in that case is the top fundraiser for all of Trump's enemies. That money was being sent directly to the judge's daughter's house from Trump's Democratic opponents. All of that suppressed, gag ordered by the same judge. He's a felon now. They don't want to accept that. Oh, well, he was convicted by a jury of his peers. Was he? Was he really? The same justice system these same people would complain about when it was somebody on the left taken down, that it's unfair and it's rigged and it's this and it's that. They have no problem using it then against Trump. You can't take this why at this point. Anybody who says that about Trump, he's a felon, he's an R word, it ain't even worth it. There is so much evidence to the contrary out there. It's like you have to be willfully blind to see it. You have to be dishonest. You have to be lying. Which she is going to then project onto the same point onto her sons here.
But here's the thing. I have two choices when I try to understand.
You don't have to try to understand. You don't have to try to understand it. You just have to accept that your sons don't think like you do. That you have an entitlement issue. And you may not like it, but you're going to learn to love it. Because that's how it is. And what you really don't like is not so much your sons. You don't like the rest of the country told you that. That the majority of the country, which nobody, including me, saw coming, him winning the popular vote. See, what the boomer really can't understand, what the boomer really can't stand, is the fact that society finally gotten to the point where they said, we're sick of you. We're sick and tired of you, boomer. We're sick and tired. And yeah, Trump's a boomer too, but he don't act that way. He's like the anti-boomer boomer, which is why they hate him. We're sick and tired of the Pelosi's and the Schumers and the McConnells and the rest of them. Lying and gaslighting and entitled and threatening. Like we owe you something. Like you're owed anything. Like this woman is owed anything. Look at her. She's absurd.
Why they would support an abhorrent human that goes against every value I tried to instill in them.
Well, probably because they had a horrible borderline personality disordered mother like you. That's why. Maybe that's why. Maybe because they were raised by a selfish sociopath that they found somebody and say, enough's enough. Maybe that. Because much like my video I did in 2016 after Trump won, it was Gen X stupid. This election again, it was Gen X who pushed Trump ahead. It was Gen X where Trump dominated. He dominated Gen Xers like no other generation. Because like the meme says, for every boomer who hates a millennial and a millennial who hates a boomer, there's a generation in between who hates you both. Hates you both. And I was early on telling you about the Zoomers, about the young generation. These young cats are going to grow up conservative. Because kids don't like to go along with whatever their parents' ideology is. It's a rebellion. And now it's cool. Now it's cool to be with Trump. Now it's cool to be conservative and right-wing, which is exactly what I said was going to happen. Those of you who've been around, no. And that's what happened. These young cats have had it. They've been being told they're inadequate and there's something wrong with them since kindergarten. And they've had it. And the last thing they're going to want to listen to is boomers like this. Who then are going to go on TikTok, an app that's actually meant for children, so then they can go trash their adult children for voting the same way that a lot of these Zoomers are voting. And again, Trump had plenty of boomer support as well. Not all boomers. But when I'm talking boomer, I'm talking this woman.
Here's my two choices. I can believe that you are ignorant, or I can believe that you are evil. Ignorant is the kinder choice.
Ignorant is the kinder choice. Like she thinks she's being so deep. She's basic. We're not talking about cutting somebody out for abusing you. Verbally, physically, sexually, like a lot of the conversation is on the channel. We're talking about political choices. Where she will go on TikTok and call her sons evil or ignorant. That's boomer entitlement. That's what society has said, enough. Society said, enough, boomer, enough. Sit down, give me the car keys, it's over. And again, realize Trump is a boomer himself, but he sure is, you know what? Took a bullet to the head. He good. All the other boomers hate him. He good. So, of course, you get curious. Go and find this woman's TikTok account. Okay. So apparently she made that video I found that was on X a few days after the election results. I just want to show you how quick this woman, who she is, and how quick her boomer entitlement changes. And this, brace yourselves for this, because this is short. This is the second to last video she posted. The last video she posted before the exact election results come in was just like a question for black women. It's you can go find her and look at it yourself. Watch this one, people.
Chubby and financially independent is grossly underrated because it is awesome. I have to say being chubby and financially independent is grossly underrated because it is awesome. I have to say being chubby and financially independent is grossly underrated because
good for you, boomer, being chubby and financially just bragging. I'm financially independent. I'm great. Look at my house. Look at it. Here she is. Harris Wall sounds like progress. Look at her happy. Look at her happy dancing. They love to do the taunt dance. They love to do the taunt dance. Hey, let's look at the taunt dance.
Exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, it's exactly what I'm saying. Let's see what she's saying right after the election, huh?
Don't ever do in the dark what you wouldn't want seen in the light.
Oh, boy. Don't ever. Ooh, makeup. So, she angry now, boy. Well, now here's the real mom. Here's the real mom these two boys had to deal with. Here's the threats. Here's the payback. Here comes the retribution. Here comes the inner boomer.
Some of you, this is what you
Cope.
need
Seethe.
to reconcile with.
Seethe. 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 Seethe, boomer. Seethe. Because I know what you are. I know what you are, and everybody watching on my channel knows what you are. This is deeper than politics with this woman. This is who she is. This is who she is. And she has there's a reason why your sons are voting for Trump is financially independent. Obviously, things aren't so financially independent for your two boys. But you'll go on TikTok right before the election bragging about how awesome it is to be financially independent, then call your sons ignorant or evil for the guy who's going to bring them their financial independence. Oh, if that don't sum up the boomer. If that don't sum up the boomer, I don't know what does.
It will come to the light. Trust and believe.
Trust and believe it will come to the light.
Live your life so that the things that you do
Seethe.
bring you a pride in yourself.
If you don't think getting Trump back into office didn't bring us a pride in myself or your boys, the air must be really thin on that up on that high horse. Must be real thin air because the oxygen's not flowing to your brain.
You sneaking around, putting on one face, and then in the dark.
You sneaking around, telling me you're gonna vote for Kamala. Kamala. No, wait, is it Kamala? Kamala. No, Kamala. Whoever. You said. And you obviously went and voted for Mr. Orange. Well, I'm going to expose you. Oh. Why don't you go look for Mr. Nut Hunger, Gary Peacock, okay? Try to have you boys arrested. This is the boomer. Boy, they're not happy.
You're doing shameful things. Like voting for a felon and a rapist.
Well,
it will be revealed. It will be revealed.
Oh, let's see.
I've been busy over there on Facebook.
I bet you have.
Unfriending people.
Their loss, huh? Boy, you're doing them a favor. You're doing them a solid, I promise you.
Magas that I only really knew from high school. They started up about don't lose friends and family because of an election. And, I just said, fuck yourself.
Oh.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh. What a gem. Why can't you be my mom? Why can't you be my mom?
What else can you say? I'm not going to be sweet and kind and gentle.
Why? You were dancing around before when you thought you were getting your way. You were all happy and you're financially independent and it's awesome. Huh. If you were financially independent under Joe Biden, it was awesome. I mean, your financial independence is only going to get better under Trump. So really, what does it mean? Obviously, your financial independence has nothing to do with your happiness, does it? Does it, poser?
With people who hate me and hate my friends and who voted for...
Listen, you vote for groomers. You vote for people that hurt children. You vote for more wars. Like, who are you to lecture anybody? Who are you to lecture anybody?
Against my best interest and the best interest of everyone in the country. And
you know what the best, and this is it. They know what the best interest is for everybody in the country. This is the boomer. They decide, and God help you if you cross them.
And they don't deserve access to me, my words. They don't.
So if you're cutting your friends out, you're cutting your family out, so then who deserves access to you? You would rather somebody who agrees with your awful politics than your own children. Which is just proof that the boomer was always looking to discard us in the first place. Not necessarily always about politics with these people. Understand, this is borderline personality disorder. This is mass cluster B personality that's happening here that causes this. Look at this woman. What is she, 70? Making TikToks, unfriending people on Facebook, shit talking her sons. Oof. I think we got the gist of this one. And this was the dealing with Maga, my body is choice. And some people who fall for the Nick Fuentes stuff. I mean, you make it too easy. You make it too easy. My body is choice.
That other video down because my Maga son made me.
Oh, he made you?
One of them. He's afraid that me saying that he was, because he voted for, the orange guy, that that I said that he was aligning himself with white supremacy, white supremacy.
Yeah, you are. That's exactly what you're doing.
And that's obviously what it is.
So she admits it. So that's exactly what it is. And yeah, that's what I was doing. Like, this woman is awful. Bro, dude, her sons, either one of them, come talk to me. Please, come talk to me. Cut this woman out of here. Cut this woman out of your life. She's going to try to cut you out, to try to get control over you. This woman means you no good. None whatsoever. None.
And he said there could be serious consequences for him.
And she's laughing. There could be... They don't take us serious. This is that gaslighting. There could be serious consequences. Lady, you are just, you and everybody agreeing with you is just abhorrent. Abhorrent demons.
Because I said that. And
they don't get it. They don't get it. You don't get it. We're sick of you. We're done with you. We're done with you. We're done with this. We're done with the gaslighting. We're done with getting talked down to. We're done with it. We're done with you taking liberties with our privacy and our careers and our safety, and then laughing at us when you get called out on it and trying to play victim.
He didn't like that because
I would, dude, if I was here, I would stick you in a goddamn home. Jesus. Like,
you know, people might be mean to him if they knew that he was standing side by side with Nazis.
Wow.
And
wow. Thanks, Mom. This is your mother. This is your mother, bro. This is your mother. Oof. Oof. I hope they cut you out. I hope your sons cut you out.
Aligning himself with groups that
Nazis. Not again the Nazis thing. Like, there was only one group of Nazis and they were in Germany.
Are leaning in that direction. And you know, people might discriminate against him. There might be some backlash of some kind. Like,
do you think? Oh, what do you care? You're financially, and again, remember, being chubby and financially independent is awesome. Can't figure out why he voted for Trump. Oh, these boomers and their money and their entitlement. Had it handed to them, God damn it. Took it all for themselves and burned it all, tried to burn it all down at the end. Again, not all boomers. If you're a boomer who's following, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her. This is exactly what we're talking about when we are talking about boomer entitlement. Ugh. This woman should be stuck in a fucking home and never spoken to again. That's it. And even that would be too good for her. Jesus.
Professionally, or even, God forbid, his physical safety. This is a man, a grown man, who knows that I've been sexually assaulted, and he voted for a rapist.
She's lying. Okay? As a trained investigator for 19 years, she's lying. Didn't happen. I promise you, didn't happen. And she uses it as a friggin' weapon. She's lying. 100%. I promise you, she's lying.
But he wants me to be silent because he doesn't want to.
Any real R-word victim, any real R-word victim who would never look at a woman like Eugene Carol and support what she did. Because it's the Eugene Carols of the world that make the legitimate rape victims' lives impossible. The women who go and lie about it. No actual assault victim would look at the actual real evidence of Eugene Carol's story and the other two or three accusations she made against. It wasn't only Trump. She accused other people where she had to admit she was lying. All that evidence was suppressed at trial as well. Please. And he wasn't found guilty of R-word. He was found guilty of sexual contact or something like something. It wasn't R. It wasn't the R word. It wasn't that. That's how I know you're lying. No real R-word victim would go along with a fake story because all it does is hurt real actual victims.
Be in danger.
And again, she expects, because of this story, her son to put his financial best interest to the side because she don't like Trump. Because she says this happened to her. Really? Really? Disgusting. Disgusting.
Now you tell me.
You're not a victim. You're not a victim. You're not. You're not a victim. And you look at in the comments, they're dealing with the same thing over and over. Let's see. And then she dealing with the MAGA relatives.
Okay, I'm just going to make this very clear. I just got off the phone with one of my Maga Sons, and he's threatening to take me to court.
Good!
But
good! Good, bitch! Yeah, bitch! Yeah, finally, dude. Bravo! Good. Thank God. Good. Enough, like I said, we've had enough. Enough of these people. Enough.
I think that I was unclear.
The country is sick of you. Society is sick of you.
What I want to say is that all he did and all my sons have done is support DT. I can't say his name. I'm sorry, I can't. The candidate, they both decided to support the one candidate that had been that's being held liable for grape.
This is the moment she realized she fucked up. And this is the moment here. See, this is the look. See this look right here? At this moment, she realized she fucked up.
Okay, both of my sons, who I raised by myself.
What a shock. What a shock. No man wanted to stay with you. So here we go. So again, getting the full story here.
And I did teach them from the time they were tiny. I have taught them to love and respect everyone. But
right.
They are being radicalized, especially against feminism. I notice how they're just, I've always been a feminist. I've always tried to teach
they've
them
had enough.
About how,
this is right into my veins. This is right into my veins. Now the boomers crying that the sons have had enough of her feminist bullshit. Yeah, they've had enough of your feminist boomer bullshit.
you know, the different struggles that women have to go through. They saw it firsthand. So I don't know what's been going on with them.
They saw you. And they finally got to a point where they stepped back and probably realized, you know what? Most of her problems, she caused herself and then wants to blame everyone else and have her whole flying monkey army go along with her. And they got to a point where they were grown men, okay, watching their mother brag on the internet how awesome it is to be financially independent. And these guys are worried about being able to be financially independent, about their finances, and you're making videos, so obviously they're not. But you want to watch them twist and suffer. And this is the problem with the boomers, man. They want to see their kids fail. They like to watch us struggle. They like that shit. They like it.
But they eye roll me whenever I say I'm a feminist or anything like that.
Right, because they know it's bullshit. They know it's bullshit.
So there's something going on.
And they know you're bullshit. They know you're full of shit. That's why. They know you.
Within them. But I just want to make it clear. They just supported / voted for the candidate that is a rapist.
She can't stop. They can't stop doing it. She can't stop.
Okay, they didn't do anything besides that. They're not in any other groups or anything that I know of or that I'm aware of. I'm just saying.
If she cared, she'd delete the entire channel. But she ain't willing to do that because she loves the attention. She loves the compliments. She could care less that she's putting her son's careers and safety at risk.
Saying they voted for, you know who. And I am, obviously devastated and disappointed. And I realize that the relationship I thought I had with these young men is completely different now.
Oh,
and,
wow.
and, we've had our ups and downs, but this, nothing.
Yeah, because they finally got to a point where they said, enough of you. Enough's enough.
Nothing like this.
Oh, Maga trolls finally go. What is this?
No, they don't abuse me. He just yelled, and I took it down. I deleted it, so I don't have it to share anymore. I just, he felt strongly about it, and I thought, well, maybe I can see that. And I tried to make one that was still saying the same thing.
She's still going. She's still, obviously her sons are not backing off, and good for them. Good for them. Meanwhile, here in the comments, they're still trying to keep her going.
Maybe, but he doesn't. He thinks that he can take me to court for saying my sons and not saying their names.
I hope he does take you to court. I hope he does do something. He doesn't need to take you to court. What he needs to do is to cut you out of his life. He really does. And I would be willing to make a video for either one of your sons. For either one of her sons. Okay, I'm sure they could get somebody to sponsor it. I'll even do it for free if I had to. Because I know what the site, I could see what the story is here. Now she knows she fucked up. And she can't give up. She can't give up all the attention she gets. And she still thinks her boomer ass is going to fix this. It's not.
Happen anyway. Even if it did, I think it'd be an interesting case. I'd like to know, can I say my sons when I don't mention their names? That seems...
You think it would be an interesting case, and you'd like to see if you could actually trash your sons on the internet. You'd like to go to trial with your sons. Really? Said that. You would think over politics. Now, if I got a call from my daughter and Erin told no, because it's a different situation. Completely. This ain't over politics.
Okay. But yeah, I think the whole thing for me was just being hit in the face with the hypocrisy and the irony of him not caring one single bit about my safety. That is in reality.
Her safety? She's the one making the videos.
Reality being threatened because the violence against women is a real
threat. Again, she's worried that she's going to be R-worded again. If it even happened the first time, which I'm telling you it didn't. It didn't. This is why I say a lot of this shit is R-word fantasy that these women have. Not all women. Women like her. It's fantasy that they have. It's fantasy. They have this fantasy of being so desired that a guy has to have it. That's the fantasy. And then being able to kill the offspring and then kill the result of it. That's the fantasy that they have. That's it. That's a lot of these women. That's her. R-word fantasy. They want to believe that they're so desirable that a guy can't control himself. Nonsense.
And I just found it odd that he wouldn't just be proud that he's voted this way and this is who he is. I haven't changed. I haven't changed one thing about me. I haven't changed my political opinions.
Oh, jeez. You can only listen. You can only go on for so long. Boy, she looks like she's spiraling. Maybe one day I'll get in to the rest of bomb-ass boomer. You could take me to court if you don't like this. No, well, I don't care. Boy, oh boy, does that summarize. Boy, oh boy, does she summarize where we are with the boomers in 2024. I mean, was she a lot of fun or what, boys and girls? I agree. And again, remember, if you're a boomer watching my channel, okay, I'm not saying this is you, but this is a lot of your generation. And this is why so many other generations have so much resentment towards the boomers. I'm financially independent and it's awesome. I can't figure out why my sons voted for Trump because, they're worried about, their jobs and their careers and their... The air must be real thin up on that high horse, I'll tell you that. So, thank you, Alexander, for your contribution and question. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all of this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to follow both my channels on Rumble. Follow me on X and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.